Hi all, Hibber here. So today we're checking out the good old classic Atago, so don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the older ships in this game here. So I am using a new build here with Mikawa, well not new build, but a new inspiration, let's call it that. Baltimore as usual, and then I'm using Roon to improve my turret rotation even more. And with this build here, I can get it up to pretty insane numbers, because I also have the turret rotation in the first slot. Other than that, I have double rudder, and in the end I have the improved reload time. And I could change something else into range, but look at this, 20.8 turn time. That's really fast for a Japanese cruiser. That's actually quite unheard of, to be honest. You could make it even quicker, like I said before, by picking something else in the fourth slot, so you don't have the 15% penalty. But I think this works well. And you can also put another inspiration on, but you're going to lose out on the improved rudder if you put on the American cruiser guy. I forget his name right now. So this is a good build that gives you the best of everything. You have 40 knots, you have, I believe, 1.8 rudder, and at the same time you have super fast turret rotation. So we're obviously just moving in for the cap here from the beginning, because this cap over here is so important. If you don't grab the C cap here, you are disadvantaging your team, because this is the easiest cap to take in the whole game. If you get in here first, you pretty much just have free range to grab this cap here, because the battleships will take forever, especially from that spawn over there, to come around the mountains. And if there's a destroyer in here, you can just have your way with the poor destroyer player. He's not spotted here, unfortunately, and I don't have radar on Atago, so I can't really find him. And there could be more than one, who knows? So we'll just make do with capping and see if we can actually grab this cap here. So I don't have much backup here. There's a cruiser behind me, and there's a battleship. I think he must have reversed from the beginning, and that's wonderful. Because when you are, making an aggressive play, the least you could ask for is some battleship backup. And that's probably the worst move you can make in a battleship, when the cruiser is taking the initiative. Like, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to cap. If I can, I'm going to get rid of the destroyers for you. So why don't you push up a little bit, instead of sitting in open water 20 kilometers from the cap. So this Colorado here, he was going to push in, but then he saw me coming out, and he thought, okay, I probably shouldn't do that. And I mean, it's a gamble, because I wanted to hold the cap, and I had to make sure he wasn't entering, because there's no one around here to actually shoot him, and I'm getting lots of fire here, incoming fire. But it's okay. I completed my turn, so it's not so much of a problem. And I was asking for backup, and see what happens here. Every ship over on this flank here is moving over to this cap here. And why? Like, the cap is already taken. All I have to do is go dark, and that's it. It's this happens all the time, by the way. Like, once the battleships figure out, oh, there's enemies over on this side, I'll go over there. But by the time they get there, I mean, there's no need for them anymore. I needed the battleship when I was moving into the cap, and I had to move in and change that Colorado's mind, because otherwise he would have entered the cap, and we still wouldn't have this whole side here, basically. And yeah, it's just timing in battleships is so important, and don't all go to one side. I mean, why? We're finished over here, really. They just need two ships to stick around over here, and just keep the Reds at bay while the tickets are, coming in from actually having the cap. And I'm just gonna leave now, because there's another cruiser over there, and he can hunt that destroyer. I am done. I just plays like this just this makes something on my body itch. And even now, every ship keeps going. I mean, what do they want over there? The sea cap is safe, and there's really only one battleship over there. There's a destroyer somewhere out on the flank, but the cruiser that left, I don't know what he was doing, but now he's out there and he knows where the destroyer is. so that's fine. There's no need for every battleship in the game to be over on that flank. The weak point now is the B cap. It's pretty much undefended. There's one destroyer in there, and we need to secure this B cap here so we can stop the Reds in their track. And we're obviously going to lose the A cap because it looks like everyone has just bailed from that flank. This is also wonderful. So we're going to have to do the next best thing we can, which is to hold on to B, and then just hope that the tickets will, keep raining in, and the guys over there don't all get torped by the destroyer out on the flank. And it's just pandemonium sometimes in this game here. So here's a naughty Fletcher, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get any opportunity to grab this B cap here, because you can see someone, maybe him, I don't know who, but someone delayed the capping of this B cap here, and obviously we can't have that. We need it. Then we can consolidate over here at C and B, and we don't need A cap as long as we play with a little bit of understanding of the game and how to win and how to sink enemy ships and how to get ahead on points. So there's an unfortunate hipper in here, and that is a problem because Atago is not the best up close cruiser, especially when he gets shot at by everyone. And obviously hipper has the upper hand here. So I'm going to have to make a move before he gets too far into the cap and can be a real threat to my destroyer. Because this is like pretty good hipper play, like push in, and I'm assuming he's got his sonar on, and I'm not shooting the Iowa. Who cares about the Iowa? He's just sitting out there. The important ship is the hipper. That's the one we need to get rid of here in this cap here. And unfortunately I have AP loaded there. I wasn't really aware of that, but it does mean that, hey, you're not going to grab this cap here. You're going to have to put yourself in a spot that you really don't want to be, and that's of course the other side of the island inside the middle of the B cap. And look at all these battleships here over on my side. None of them have a shot at anything. Like this hipper here has free reign. He can do whatever he wants. And that's what you have to think about when you're playing a battleship. Like, don't follow all your mates over to the C cap, like in this instance here, and thinking you're doing a good job. Like, what you're really doing is like handicapping your team and just, I'm playing really, really bad. So the Brandenburg in this game is the only battleship that I would say has an acceptable game, and I say more than acceptable. He actually gets a Kraken, but Krakens, it just means that you finished off 5 ships. That's really all it means. And you'll also see in the final XP score that Krakens don't really mean that much when it comes to XP. If you play the objectives, if you, as a cruiser, you cap and you kill the destroyers and you spot what you can, you torp what you can, and you actually have a plan when you're playing, then you will outscore everybody on XP, and you don't have to have high calibers and Confederates and Krakens and Dreadnoughts and all that stuff. Of course you can do that as well, but in my opinion that's actually more work than just playing the objectives. So it's also a really nice feeling to be able to play Atago again. I've been playing a little bit today, and I've actually been enjoying it. Primarily because I don't have to contend with legendary ships anymore. And let's face it, that was a huge problem for tier 7 cruisers, because there was just really no defense against a legendary battleship. They'll just plow right through you. And really the only ships that were competitive were like slightly overpowered ones like Cleveland and Wichita. But anyway, we finished the Fletcher off. Good work. And that means that the B cap is almost safe. There's still one destroyer left, so we're just going to hold the cap for as long as possible and then use the island here so we can fire from concealment. Because if you can fire from concealment in an agile cruiser, obviously you should do that. Obviously. It's only if that is impossible, then you make use of your agility like I did in the beginning. I moved in there, full speed ahead, took the cap, chased the battleships off, and like I said, once that work was done, that's when the battleships show up, when it's too late and their big guns are better used somewhere else. Because you see one of the guys is still chasing a battleship running to the edge of the map. Why? Why? And the battleship running to the edge of the map is a Bismarck, by the way, which is also like a huge question mark. Why would you do that? But anyway, so we are pretty effectively we're down a battleship here because that guy is out there and he's even getting killed. What he should do is just disengage, you know, stop firing, go dark, and move in towards the middle of the map again, so he can actually, you know, play the objectives. The objective is not to sink a Bismarck 20 kilometers from the caps, and that Bismarck is no threat to anyone and won't be another threat. Won't be a threat for, I don't know, 5 minutes. It'll take him 5-6 minutes to sail into the middle of the map again. And the whole time he's sailing in, you can just burn him down or shoot him or whatever. You don't have to chase ships like that out to the end of the map and leave everyone who's actually trying to play the objectives and win the game, well, to get railed, basically. It happens so many times, and yeah, it's just, horrible battleship play. So now he wasted his battleship out there chasing a Bismarck that had no impact on the game and won't have impact on the last 3 minutes of the game. The only thing that's a threat is this Amaji here, and that's what we need to remove. We don't care about that Bismarck there, so that's a wasted effort. And he's just lucky that the rest of the team actually knows how to play the game. So it's just myself and the Brandenburg left, and I'm doing what I can, burning down this Amaji here, and that's the end. We still have the Bismarck out in, you know, the periphery somewhere, but we have 2 caps, we are way ahead on points, and there is no way that he's going to be able to do anything. He's wasted this whole battle here. And especially in a Bismarck, why would you run all the way out there? And also to my teammate, why would you follow it? What is the point of that? I'll tell you, there is no point to that. It's just a misunderstanding that some players have. But anyway, I don't know what the Brandenburg wants now. He's like, support that, and then he says, no, negative. I was like, okay, well, I don't really need your support anyway. So, my team, or our team, is quite lucky that this Brandenburg and myself are on the team, because I'm at 3 kills, he's at 4 kills, and that means that between us, we have killed, well, that would be 7 out of the 9 ships. And like I said, the Brandenburg is going to get a Kraken. He's going to grab the last Bismarck there, right under my nose, by the way. And that makes his kills 5 kills, and I get 3, so that's 8 kills. So that means that between us, we have sunk 8 out of the 9 ships on the red team. And that's not really an equal division of labor, if you ask me. And this is tier 7. If this was tier 5, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't be too, you know, annoyed about it. But this is tier 7, and yeah, it's just not good enough. So sooner or later, this Bismarck is going to be spotted. There he is, and he's down to like 5% health, and he's 16 kilometers out in the open sea with about a minute left. So yeah, talk about wasting your ship in a whole battle. Like, he has done nothing. Nothing at all, and all that's going to happen now is that one of us is going to sink him, and that's it. There's really nothing else that's going to happen in this battle here. And of course, you know, I'm the cruiser, so I'm going to be the easiest target, or at least he would think I am. And is that, I think that's HE shells he's firing as well. Yes, it is. And yeah. So who gets the kill? Who gets the kill? The Brandenburg gets it, and gets a Kraken as well. So good on him, and good on me, and pretty disappointing on my team's behalf here. That was pretty bad play, especially in the beginning, everyone going to one side of the map. Why? So I still outscore this guy here by 500 XP, although I don't have a Kraken, so like, nah, Krakens are overrated. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.